Hello, this is Scruffy Tusks. This is Daily VOD Reviews, Day 2. Gonna be looking at, so I already did my self-VOD review in a Diamond 4 game, trying to continue to focus on my learnings, not get too caught up on teammates, don't get lost in the sauce. So, and then also doing one VOD review of somebody else, anybody who's asking maybe for like lower elo players trying to get gold or get to platinum or whatever. I found this in the Jungle Mains subreddit. Nova is decaying. I was asking for a VOD review. So here we go. Jungle main, jungle preferred. We're gonna look at op.gg at first, just really quick, get a good idea of like what we're gonna be looking at. A lot of games. I think you probably should play a little less, to be honest. Like try to stick to like 3 games max a day, and it'll help clear your mental a little bit. I think just a good way to not get too obsessed. Um, Make sure you're like doing stuff outside of the game too, just to not put too much weight and emphasis on the games themselves. Because sometimes when you let League like consume yourself, it just becomes every game becomes like so much more important, and then you're just tilting a lot more often, or even like you're just spamming games, you end up like autopiloting too much. So I'd just like to see you play a little less games, to be honest. Like, oh my gosh, like this says 1 day ago you played all of these games. That is crazy, my dude. You should not be playing that many games in a day. Like, and it's funny because like, do as I say, not as I do, because sometimes I have done that before in the past as well. But I guarantee you it's not a good idea. Um, Usually not a lot of good comes out of it. But anyway, I was also thinking like looking at your CS numbers, you have an average 6.2 CS out of 700 games almost, which is honestly not that bad, especially for a silver player. Like, it really isn't that bad. Like if we look at, say, what I'm getting, I'm averaging 7.2 CS a minute, but I'm in Diamond, so like it's a little bit higher expectations to have higher CS numbers. I think 7 CS a minute is very good. I like a good benchmark to like try to hit as much as you possibly can. There will be games that you don't hit it. Like recently, like 6.5, I had a 6.6. Um, there's some games that you won't hit it. I'm trying to see. But yeah, say like most of the time I'm hitting at least 7.2. But sometimes I'll hit like 6.5. I'll go down to 6 or so because you have to play to the pace of the game, right? But there's should be no excuse to be below 6 CS a minute. And this game you went 0-5. So we're going to take a look at this and see if you could have done better. It's a 34-minute game. There should have been some opportunity for you to get at least 1 kill. So let's go ahead and look at this 0-5 game. Let's go ahead and look it up. See, Nova is decaying. Not found. Did you delete it? Oh, I just can't type, turns out. All right. First thing you want to look at is your matchups. What's going on here? Like where you want to path. You're against Skarner. Skarner's kind of like pretty weak early. He's not going to do a whole lot. He's pretty good at ganking though at level 3. But honestly, as Naafiri, you probably just want a full clear, right? I actually don't really know what Naafiri's spikes are. So I'm not going to go into super big detail on like Naafiri things since you're already like 700 games on this champion. You probably have a good idea of what you want to do. I would hope so at least. If you don't, I advise you to go to like a Naafiri Discord or Naafiri mains subreddit and ask them. But as far as jungle goes, I'm going to try to give you as much advice as I can here. This is really good. Starting here is a really awesome thing. Like, it's immediately beelining to this banana bush here to get vision to see if anyone is trying to invade or to get in position so that you can get a ward on his raptors. I like this a lot. Lucian's AFK at the moment. Where's your Lowy? She's sitting in bot lane. Okay, kind of weird. Okay. Okay. You're still just sitting here and you haven't gotten a ward out. This is okay. So this is the first thing. This is not the reason you're stuck in silver, by the way. So don't be too upset about this. But it's no big deal. But this will burn you if you do decide, like, long term, if you want to climb further. Like, say you eventually hit platinum or emeraldish even, and you want to go further. You're going to need to know this, so I figured I'd just put it in here. You should try to look to get a ward on his raptors around 105 or to 110. Reason being, since leashing is not a thing anymore, it helps you spot out where the enemy jungler started. So there's no surprises level 4 when Skarner shows up on top side ganking your Lowy and you had no idea. Or like you walk into river on bot side and you try to get this scuttle crab and oh, there's a Skarner here. That's awkward. And then Skarner gets back up from his vein and Nautilus and you had no idea. Yeah, always try to get that ward. Don't go for it if you think you're gonna die. I don't know. Naafiri is fairly safe, isn't it? Oh, you start Q, I guess. Q is like not your jump. Your jump's your E. Yeah, I mean, I always go for it. Maybe it's like a bit greedy sometimes. I just always kind of go for it. I sit around in this bush. I'll pop into this bush, and then around like 40 seconds, I'll jump into this bush to see if like the mid laner's here, especially if my mid laner's sitting in mid lane. And then I'll kind of hug this wall, and then like at 1 minute, I'll start going around and ward it. Then you have to be careful that their mid laner's not standing here. If they are, you can't get the ward. And their top laner might stand in this bush, and then if they pop out, then you can't get the ward. It's fine. Just abandon ship, right? Anyway, not a big deal. It's not the reason why you're going to be losing games in silver. So, I should have went through the lane matchups. At level 3, we can start to look at maybe where you want to gank. I can see why you don't want to path to top lane because, like, Fiora versus Alawi, I mean, like, neither side has CC. Fiora is kind of hard to lock down if you don't have CC either, because she can just Q away. So this is good. I like pathing to bot, especially in bot lane. You have a Lux, so you can have Lux landing Qs. They have a Nautilus who's going to just be queuing in on your teammates all the time. And when Nautilus queues in, it's like a full commit. Like he's in. So this is great. I like the pathing bot. We want to look mid sometimes because here's one thing you want to remember, like a rule of thumb for mid lane matchups. Melee versus melee, usually you always want to be there for the level 3 fight, especially if they both take ignite. Like for example, Sylas versus Akali, or Zed versus Talon, or I'm thinking like Katarina versus I don't even know who else is melee and mid. You know, Katarina versus frick, I guess Zed, whatever. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Sometimes they will, or even Naafiri, like if Naafiri's or Fizz. Fizz is a very notorious one as well. They always take Ignite. They always all in at level 3. So when you see these melee mid lane champions, especially like let's look at Sylas. He's level 2. He's probably looking to get level 3, Ignite, and then all in on the Aurora. So that is something you have to keep in mind of. When it's melee versus melee, they're always going to all in. When it's mage versus melee, usually if you have the mage side, it's not a bad idea to hover them because you're going to be trying to protect them from an all-in. If you have the melee side, you might get a really good gank opportunity. Luckily here, there's nothing really going on. Sylas isn't really going that aggressive. He really could have, I guess, but he just chooses not to, which is fine, because you could respond to it, sure. And he knows the Skarner's not really backing him up here, so. this is something you can't really do much about. I'm totally cool with you just doing a full clear, especially in silver. To get the gold, even platinum probably, you could probably just full clear literally every single game, and you'll still probably be able to climb. Because a lot of the early game skirmishes that happen aren't going to be like game ending, you know, in this elo especially. Cool, I mean Lucian gets a double kill, whatever. You win. Congrats, you're Lucian smurfing. So you get the crab. Oh, you don't even get the crab. Oh, buddy. What did you see here? Did you see him like dash in? Oh yeah, you saw him dash in, I guess, and you were like, I should probably go help this. I think it's fine. As soon as he misses the binding, or his... As soon as Silas misses his chains, you need to turn around. It seems like you saw what was happening and that's why you went, which is good. It's good. It means you're looking at the map and you're looking at opportunities to play. But as soon as he misses his bindings like that, like, see, you're still kind of pointing towards them. You just go back to the crab. It's over. The fight's over. Okay. Recall? Sorry. Why are you doing your... I think you should just recall, to be honest. You also kind of took a while to do the crab. What happened here? Your clear was really slow, or what? Your clear is very slow. I would look up Naafiri jungle clear, because it looks like your clear is very slow. There's no reason you should be done this slow. Like, you used both smites too, didn't you? And you're still, like, behind the crab spawn. Look up Naafiri jungle clears. I would say that's, like, a really big thing that can help your gameplay. It actually does matter. Like, being able to be on the map a lot quicker, you might have actually been able to influence this, and maybe Lux doesn't die if you would have cleared your jungle 15 seconds faster. Like, you would have been done with the crab. And if you were done with the crab, you could have just been waiting in this bush for Silas to engage, and then this might have been a kill as well. If Silas lands those bindings and then you go in, you might actually land a kill here. But it's a missed opportunity because you can't, because you're so slow on your jungle clear. Now that will lose you games in silver, I promise you. Like, you can get to gold, honestly, just by being more efficient. And, like, the only reason your Gromp is spawning here is because you took so long to clear your first clear. Do your first clear. Like, you should have recalled already and be coming out of base by 420 already. Like, you should have already been, like, right here after recalling. Like, you should have taken crab, recalled, been in base, walked over to here, and at, like, 420, you probably, like, here. Maybe even sooner, depending on how fast Naafiri's clear is. I know it's faster than Rek'Sai's, believe me. Rek'Sai's is the slowest clear in the game, and I could clear faster than you just did. So there's no reason you would have been here. I think you need items. You need to go back and get your items. Spend your gold. Wow, your Lucian's just smurfing, dude. Recall here, recall. Please recall, please, please. Oh, this is so bad. So the reason this is bad, is because your Lucian is winning really hard, dude. And if you just keep clearing here, you're gonna have nothing to do when your Lucian and Lux want to do something. Or when your Lucian and Lux want to back, essentially. You're gonna clear these camps, Lucian and Lux are gonna back, and then you're gonna have nothing to do, and so you're gonna do something stupid after, aren't you? No, you need to recall here for tempo reasons. This is a tempo reason thing. Your Lucian's winning. You want to play off his tempo. This wave, he should just want to recall here. He needs to just recall, right? Look how low he is. Okay. And now look. If you would have just recalled, you would have bought items. You would have had like 1200 gold. You would have bought items. You'd be coming out onto the map at the same time Lucian is. And then you can actually set up a gank bot here. But now you have to kind of stay for tempo reasons. You didn't get to buy. Lucian's ready to go. So you kind of have to stay here for tempo reasons. But you are, if you stay here, you're 1600 gold weaker because you didn't get to buy. So yeah, you're going to naturally just back because you want to spend your gold. But Lucian's ready to go. So you're out of sync with your bot lane. And what happens? Did they get shut down here? Yeah, and so Skarner's able to fight this, and you're not able to do anything about it because you hadn't bought anything yet. So this is huge. This is actually a big mistake by you. There's no reason you should, with a 3-0 Lucian, there's no reason you should be losing this dragon. Your Aurora's kind of trolling here. This isn't your fault. Don't feel bad about that one. You feel like it is your fault, and that's why you're pressured to come to this fight. This is not good. So as soon as Lux dies, this play is kind of over. I mean, because like you have to think about it. You're still level 5. You're almost level 6. Your game plan right now is getting level 6. Since you didn't play off of your Lucian at level 5 with items, now your next goal is getting level 6. This dragon, just let it go. It's fine. And Skarner's only level 4. Skarner's behind you. Like he's not farming very well. So like the game's still very, very winnable. You did mess up pretty bad, but it's still winnable, but you can't make any more blunders and you need to hit level 6. It's fine. It's fine that this dragon gets taken. Dragons are very much overrated. They're a bit overrated in low elo for sure. Like low elo tends to fight over dragons fairly frequently, but it's like, dude, you can lose 1, 2, you can even lose 3 dragons. It doesn't matter. You'll still win games if you're ahead in golden experience. So I actually do like that you go to your blue here, but the problem is that you get kind of brain controlled by your teammates. So like you get your level 6, but like dude, like let this go. You shouldn't even be going for this. Let the Aurora die for no reason. It's fine. Just one thing you can think about is Skarner's here, right? So this is information you have that Skarner's on the dragon. So what can you do on the other side of the map? Skarner's on the dragon. You're going to be super late to this play. Like, instead of running all the way from top side to boss side, where you're going to be super late to this, like, there's no way you get this dragon, right? So this fight is completely pointless. Your Lucian doesn't even want to fight it. He's, like, sitting on his tower. So do something better with your time. Don't go to this dragon and take his raptors. Take his raptors, take his Krugs. I can't even, for some reason, toggle the raptors. I don't know how to get the fog of war for that, but whatever. Take his raptors, take his Krugs, gank top maybe, if there's an opportunity. Right now there isn't, but maybe there is after you clear your camps. But you can also just do raptors, Krugs into the Scuttle Crab. And then what happens is when Skarner resets and sees all his camps gone, he's going to try to force like the grubs, but you're going to be way stronger than him. And then you can, when you're clearing your gromp and your wolves, you can go check the grubs and then kill him on the grubs. Instead, you're kind of like running around, not getting yourself strong. Like, yeah, this is like okay, but oh my gosh. Yeah, imagine if you could have taken his entire top side actually. You would have been so far ahead. This is another thing. This is just like this is very much a silver game, I can tell. If you were much more efficient with your time, you'll be so much stronger in these moments. Like, this will like change how your gameplay feels, I promise. I don't know if I would start this, to be honest. This is kind of troll. Your Aurora doesn't have move. And I mean, yeah, sure, you have Alawi. Um, but you don't really, I don't know. You have all your camps up. You could have taken all of his camps. You could be looking top to dive this Fiora. I mean, the starting grubs is kind of weird here. It's fine, but it's not great. It worked out, okay. It's fine. It's not terrible. You're backing with 700 gold. Do you have Eclipse in pocket? Like, all of your camps are up. You could just clear your camps, right? What do you buy? You buy a Call Hammer? Yeah, that's not worth it. You should just clear your camps. Just clear your camps here. Because, like, you're still full HP. You didn't have enough for a really good buy. And now you're starting red buff, so you're going to be clearing away from your bot side. This is really weird. You do red and then you gank. Okay, what do you see here that you think this is gankable? The lane is even and they're full HP. They both have sums. They're summoners, right? I mean, your Lucian is strong, but he's not that strong. Like if you look at the item difference, like sure he's 3-0, but you can't be misled by the score line. Just because he's 3-0 over Vayne's 1-2, it doesn't mean he's necessarily stronger than Vayne. They're both the same level. She has more CS. So look at items in pocket. She's the same level as Lucian, plus they have very similar items. Like they both have a pickaxe. He has a call hammer, so he has a little bit more going on because she has just a recurve bow. But then like he only has a cloak of agility as opposed to Vayne's longsword and dagger, which I would say is better than the cloak of agility. So they're kind of honestly even right now in strength. So it's just not a good gank. Like this is pretty coin flip. When you're looking for good ganks, you should be looking at the laner's health bars, laner's mana sources, if you know if they have summoners or not, like flash and all that up. And look at items too. Look at items in pocket. Your Lucian isn't stronger than Vayne right now. So this is just kind of it really is just 50-50 if this works or not. And so you just end up wasting your time. Okay, you got Vayne's flash. But again, it's just kind of a waste of time. You waste your ult. I mean, you trade your ult for her flash. I don't think it's worth it because you have all of your camps up. You have much more guaranteed golden XP you can get. And see, you actually gave Skarner time to catch up. You had like a 20 CS lead on Skarner, and now it's gone. Well, it wasn't 20, it was like 15, but... And now that CS lead's gone because you've lost so much tempo. This VOD's really all just about tempo. Clear camps, great, love it. Here we recall because Dragon's coming up, we want to play with Lucian. Again, we still want to play with Lucian. Lucian now has purchased. Look, he got to recall and he has Essence Reaver, dude. Now we want to play around the Lucian. Now we want to play for this Dragon. We want to play around our Lucian. Oh. Did we see this on this ward? I hope you saw it. Boom. We got a signal to retreat. It looks like Lux saw it. And they see him on the ward. You're going down mid lane. This is fine, but you need to get bot lane. Okay. This is great. This is all good. Your bot lane's actually really strong, and I want to just be playing around them. But you're just late to this, right? Like, the fact that you went through mid here is kind of weird. Because we see oh, hold on. When did we see Skarner? We see Skarner here. So we have a chance to just run through here. You kind of do this waffling in mid for some reason. Gosh, if you were here, dude, this is a triple kill. It feels bad. I just want to know where your first death is, because all of this, like, I feel like I gave you a lot of information that can help you. Like, essentially, if you just work on the things that I said in the first, like, 10 minutes of the game, you would probably be gold. And you still haven't even died yet. That was kind of wild. Okay. Okay, starting. Okay, don't start this dragon, dude. Okay, so let's work on playing around your lanes a little more. So jungle's a really hard role, honestly, um, because you have to think of it as more of a supportive role in some ways. I mean, yeah, you can play carries, but you still have you are still dependent on your laners. You can't just walk in river and do dragon without laner support because you can just get killed on this really easily. You have your strong member Lucian is stuck under his tower doing clearing a wave. Guess who has first move? Their bot lane. Yeah. This is kind of a disaster, I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of where you lost the game. There's Do you see what you did? You kind of like you created this unnecessary chaos in the game that didn't need to happen because you wanted to start dragon when your laners were not ready to do dragon. Like we don't know where like Sylas isn't in lane. He shows up on this ward and you're starting dragon. And then look like where Lucian is. Where your Lucian is. Like this is what I mean, you're kind of dependent on your laners. You can't just start dragon when your Lucian is not even in lane yet. And because you did, you end up actually ruining the bot lane's lead. So I think you just need to practice. Like you didn't die here. That's crazy. You still haven't died yet in 14 minutes. That's really good, actually. Like kudos to you, but at the same time, Lucian is probably molding at this point because of how you just completely ruined his lane. Uh, yeah, I want you to focus on one. Look up a jungle clear for Naafiri, like a professional jungle clear, challenger level Naafiri jungle clear. Get it down. Like go to practice tool. Just do it like literally for like 10 minutes before you play a game. Just clear the jungle in practice tool. Try to match it camp for camp how they do it on a jungle clear VOD. And then see if you can get it your shave seconds off your clear. You don't have to get it perfect. Like I don't even do the Rek'Sai jungle clear. I don't do it perfectly. Um, but I'm within like 3 to 4 seconds of what the best jungle clear is, like posted on YouTube. And that's really all you need. Like get it within 3 to 5 seconds of the best Naafiri clear you can find. And then don't feel pressured. Like when you see like dragon's already gone like that, when your bot lane dies, and that allows the enemy jungler to start an objective like dragon early on, and you're on the top side of the map, you're one camp away from level 6, you know, give up the dragon. It's fine. Just give it up and think about what you can do on the other side of the map while the jungler's bot side. If the jungler is doing dragon, what aren't they doing? What are they not doing? If they're doing dragon, they're not clearing their camps. So do they have a Raptors up? Do they have Krugs up? Can I dive top lane? You know, can I just maybe just clear my camps? You know, maybe you could just clear your camps and get more efficiency. You know, let them take the dragon, you'll clear your camps, then they have to recall or they have to go clear their camps after the dragon, and now you have a move to gank. And then also the last thing, thinking about like what I was saying about, gosh, where was that? It was before Lucian had, yeah, this one where you ganked or something here. When was that? Like right on here? This was really weird that you didn't just clear your camps because you recalled for a call hammer when you could have just cleared all of your jungle camps because they were all up. The reason that's bad is just because like all of your camps are off their respawn timers, so you're not in a you're off tempo. You know, like this is what they like call it in higher elos is you're off tempo. You don't have any tempo on your camps because they're all spawned. You need to get to them and kill them so that they can be on their respawn timers. And when they're on respawn timers, that means that's the time when you have no camps to clear. That's when you have time to do stuff on the map. That's where your tempo is on. That's when the tempo comes into play. Like you have time. Tempo is just another word for time. You have time on the map to do something because all of your jungle camps are down and they're on respawn timers. So since all of them are up, you need to clear at least the Gromp and the Wolves before you recall. And then here, you just need to look and see like, okay, Nautilus and Vayne have full HP practically. They both have full mana bars. They have ults, they have summoners. I mean, you don't see their summoners, but like, that's something you can track later on. I wouldn't worry about it too much now, because you have a lot to work on. And there's all these other things I'm telling you that will just get you, they'll skyrocket you without worrying about that. But main thing is just looking at their HP bars and their mana bars. Think about that first and be like, okay, is this even like high percentage? Can I kill this Vayne? Probably not. She's full HP. Nautilus is full HP. And look at the items. Like, sure, Lucian has 3 kills, but don't just look at the kills, look at the items. The items are practically the same. They practically have the same exact items. So they're not, Lucian is not stronger than Vayne right now. But after I get to the wave in, he's gonna shove another wave. He's gonna get kind of low from a gank. And he recalls. He has Essence Reaver. Now he's really strong. And then we see Vayne. We can then look at this. Dragon's coming up, right? We see Vayne, so we can tab and see that she doesn't have a full completed item. So Lucian's stronger. We can play around that. That's all I got for you. Hopefully that helps. Good luck in your games, and you know, if you work on just a few of these things, you should be able to get gold pretty easily, honestly.